என்னேசுவே என் ஜீவன் நீரல்லோ, என்னேசுவே என் வேலன் நீரல்லோ, என்னேசுவே என் ஜீவன் நீரல்லோ, என்னேசுவே என் வேலன் நீரல்லோ. சீயோனின் பாதையில் வெளிச்சம் நீரல்லோ, நேசரும் முகம் கண்டு இன்றும் களிப்பேன். சீயோனின் பாதையில் வெளிச்சம் நீரல்லோ, நேசரும் முகம் கண்டு இன்றும் களிப்பேன். மரண இருளின்
Praise God to all the viewers of. Yes,
Hello.
Akka, you can proceed, Akka.
Okay, ma. A very good evening to all of you. We welcome all Speaking Books subscribers and reviewers in the precious name of our Savior and Lord Jesus Christ. Today is a slightly a different program today. Actually, our program was supposed to be telecasted every Wednesday, but yesterday, due to some issues, we couldn't telecast it. Sorry for the inconvenience caused to all the viewers and subscribers. So that program has been postponed, and today we are going to conduct it. Today is our 16th episode with a 16th new book, with a 16th new presenter. We all are spiritual beings. We are all also social beings. So we are living in this world, and to live in this world and to have a better life, we all have a livelihood of some or other sort. So we have a career. So as Christians, how we are supposed to behave in our career or if you are in a business, how to conduct a business in a better way as God wills. And that is the content of the book which you are going to hear. So really, books are like a mirror to us. What we have inside us, that will only book will reflect. So this is the saying by Carlos Ruiz Zafón. Really, books are our constant friends. They can be very silent. They will be very quietest, but we can access them anytime, and they are the very wise counselors and very patient with us. So that is why we should opt for reading books. Reading books will make us more knowledgeable, get to know more things about the world around us, both in a secular way and in a spiritual way. We all know that God has made the human body in certain way, and in this human body we have a soul. And if there is no soul inside a body, that body is dead. In the similar way, if a person if is not able to read a good book, it would be a very bad thing to say that our intellect and the mind is really connected. So if you don't read book, our mind would be very dormant and we would not be knowledgeable. That is why we should know and understand the power of the literature, and really a good book, it's a life enhancing place, and it will take us to a different world and in a different wonder place. So with that, I would like to turn my mic to my dear co-host Aalish, who would be introducing our participant and reviewer of today. Aalish, please.
Thank you, sister. Thank you for your wonderful start. Praise God to all the viewers of Milky TV. I greet you in the name of Lord our God Jesus. This is me, Aalish Evangeline, here to co-host you today's program. And before getting into this program, we all know that this program is for you to encourage to read books and be cherished about the books information that you're getting from this. And we are here to review the books which are especially for Christianity and for your personal development. Those books will be very useful to you, and I believe that so far many of our viewers will have started reading, and I believe that we have been creating many readers around the world. And before getting into this, I could also say that many of them are saying I'm not having interest in reading books itself, but we can't say that, because you have to read a book to understand what is Bible. You have to read a book to finish a degree. When you are reading a book only, you have all your knowledge, but when you are reading a spiritual book, you will get all your spiritual knowledge too. And with this, I would like to introduce our reviewer who is going to be reviewing today's program. Before getting into the review, we have our brother Sam here, who is going to review the book called Business for the Glory of God. And to tell about him, he's from New Jerusalem Church. He's a sincere disciple and servant of Christ who strive continuously to grow in Christ and continuously to work for his kingdom. He has completed his degree in engineering of information technology and he's a certified ethical hacker by profession. He has also participated in a previous program as participant. He has given us a short feedback, but also with a powerful impact, I could say. Thank you for being here to review the book, brother. We welcome you. We welcome the great name of Lord of God. Thank you. And we have our new participant, Elizabeth Sharon here. She's a homeo doctor, and especially she is a beloved wife or of our brother Sam, who is going to be reviewing the program. And everyone would say, behind every success of a man there will be a woman. And today we are having his wife in the same platform where he is going to review the book. It's a so happy thing. We welcome sister, we welcome in the name of Lord our God. And we have all our participants, Uncle David Karunagaran uncle. He has also already participated in our program. And we have also our brother Karthik Selvan here. He has also participated in our program. Thank you for again joining in this program, to encourage the viewers to be a reader. Thank you for everyone joining. And with this, I would like to start, close my introduction session, and I would turn off my mic and turn to Brother Sam. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you for that sweet intro about myself and all the participants. Yeah, so before starting to review this book, I will need to tell one thing. Am I audible to all of you? Yes? Yeah. So the thing is that I have written the notes 5 to 6 pages. So because of heavy rain, my book is washed out. So I don't have any notes. So, but just I think 8:40 only I came to know that my book is washed out. So within 20 minutes, I prepared another notes in my laptop. So that is why I'm in mobile. Okay. But I will try my level best to give this review. Okay, so yeah, the book name is Business for the Glory of God by Van Grudem. Okay, this book consists of 97 pages. Okay, so first, some professors, some theologians have read this book. Okay, so after reading this book, they have given their review. So I need to, so I will start with a short review of themselves, the big theologians. For example, I would start like too often Christians feel guilty about self-interest choice, acquisition of private property, and the profit motive. Van Grudem makes clear how they are part of God's plan for moral lives. What a remarkable insight. And another professor wrote a brilliant look at the interconnectedness of economic life with spiritual life, and an essential antidote for those who doubt business as a God honoring and a God glorifying activity. Okay, so as we Christians, we often think business is really bad. Okay, so it has a lot of tension, lot of pressure. We need to make some lies. Okay, for example, business. Okay, for example, if I need to tell about business, for example, I am opening a company. Okay, so I hire 10 to 15 employees. Okay, so I need to give them work. For example, if my employees know how to repair a computer, okay, so I hire hardware engineers, 10 to 15 hardware engineers. Okay, so for example, there is a bank. Okay, in bank there are a lot of systems. So okay, so I will go to that bank manager and I will tell them, okay, so there are 10 to 15 engineers who have if your PC gets repaired, they will if your PC gets repaired, they will help you. Okay, they will help you out. So so that is called vendor. Okay, so I am the vendor of that company. Okay, so before he hires my company, okay, then first I will speak to his manager, and then I will take him to the pub. Okay, so I will give him some alcohol. So this is business. Okay, so I will convince him, take this project. Okay, give me I think 5 to 10 lakhs. Okay, give me monthly 5 to 10 lakhs, and then I will provide my employees. Okay, this is business. If we want, for example, you might be heard the word called tender. Okay, so in this business, okay, so this type of wrongdoings happen. Okay, so first question is this: is business basically good or evil? Words like profit, competition, money, and even business carry negative moral connotations for many people today. When people ask, how can I serve God with my life? So they don't offer here the answer go into business. No, nobody says that. They will say do some doctor, okay, then go for engineering, okay. So business, nobody tells that do business. But Van Grudem has cleared the way what is business actually, okay. So yeah, there are actually eight types of chapters in this book. So if possible, write it down. First is ownership, productivity, employment, commercial transactions, profit, money, inequality of possessions, and competition. Okay, so I will explain a little bit each and every point. Okay. So when people hear the phrase glorifying God, it probably first implies worship, that is singing praise to God and giving thanks to Him. Then it might suggest evangelism, glorifying God by telling others about Him. It might even suggest giving, glorifying God by contributing money to evangelism, to building up the church, and to the needs of the poor. Or it might suggest moral living, acting in a way that honors God. Finally, the expression glorifying of God might suggest in a life of faith, depending on God in prayer and in our daily attitudes of heart. These five, okay, worship, evangelism, giving, moral living, and faith are certainly appropriate ways to glorify God, but they are not focus in this book. Okay, for example, if somebody says glorifying God, okay, business for the glory of God, okay, so this book might contain like worship, okay, this book might contain worship, okay, how to worship religiously by doing business, or by it might be evangelism, or giving or moral living and faith. But no, this is not the focus in this book. The focus in this book focuses on following aspects of business activity which are explained previously, that is ownership, productivity, employment, commercial transactions, profit, money, inequality of possessions, and competition. Okay, so we can come to the first one, that is ownership. What is ownership? Owning possessions is fundamentally good and provides many opportunities for glorifying God, but also many temptations to sin. So, what is ownership? If I own a house, I own a car, I own a bike, so it is called ownership. Ownership is not wrong. Okay, some guys think ownership is wrong. No. For example, in Bible there is a verse called "You shall not steal," which is written in Exodus 20:15. Why does God give a command? You should not steal, because it belongs to Him. That car belongs to Him. That bike belongs to Him. You should not steal. So that is called the ownership. Okay, the Van Grudem, the author has clearly just explained the things what is called ownership. So owning things is not a sin, okay, but stealing another, but stealing is a sin, okay. So this is called ownership. To be honest, regarding ownership, the author has written 10 to 15 pages on about ownership, but I cut it down very short. Okay. Second one is productivity. Producing goods and services is fundamentally good and provides many opportunities for glorifying God, but also many temptations to sin. Okay, what is productivity? We know that producing goods from the earth is fundamentally good in itself, because it is a part of the purpose of which God put us on the earth. God intended them to develop the earth so that they would come to own agricultural products, animals, then housing. For example, this is a pen. Okay, so uh, so this is a pen. Okay, so somebody has been producing it. Okay, somebody has invented this. That is called productivity. I produced something, then I will sell. It will come on the fourth point, okay, buying and selling, and then I will make some profit. Okay, so god god has given the skills to develop a pen. Okay, so we can see tube light. So God has given certain skills, so we should appreciate that. So productivity, so producing goods. Okay, so this is the second part. Third is employment. Okay, hiring people to do work is fundamentally good and provides many opportunities for glorifying God, but also many temptations to sin. The Bible does not view it as a evil for one person to hire another person and gain profit from that person's work. No, no. It is not necessarily exploiting the employee. Rather, Jesus said the laborer deserves his wages. For example, in Christian view, uh, employment, we can say that no, we should not work under someone, but no, Bible does not say that. Okay. In fact, Jesus parables often speak of servants and masters, okay, and of people paying others for their work, with no hint that hiring people to work for wages is evil or wrong. And John the Baptist told soldiers, be content with your wages, which is written in Luke 3:14. See, this is a wonderful ability that God has given us. Paying another person for his or his for a labor is an activity that is uniquely human. It is shared by no other creature. The ability to work for other people for pay, or to pay other people for their work, is another way that God has created us so that we would be able to glorify Him more fully in such relationship. In starting, I mentioned it. Employment, hiring people to do work is fundamentally good and provides many opportunities for glorifying God. But at the same time, it also provides temptations to sin. For example, if I hire a person and I don't pay, so God will surely punish us. Okay, so this is a temptation. Okay, I will pay less. Okay, so this is the main reason. So this is the main meaning of employment. Next is commercial transactions. Buying and selling are fundamentally good and provides many opportunities for glorifying God, but also many temptations to sin. So in Bible, several passages of scriptures assuming that Bible that buying and selling are morally right. For example, if I produce a pen, okay, so for raw material, I cost 10 rupees. Okay, God has given me knowledge. Okay, so I produced a pen, I invented a pen, this is of 10 rupees. So this is a Parker pen, and I sell this pen for 500 rupees. So how much profit did I get? 490 rupees profit I got. So God has given the knowledge, the skill, who has developed this pen. Okay, so that is wrong. So that is not wrong. We can't tell no, you are cheating. 490 rupees profit, this is wrong. No, no, no. So that is why I think when Grudem has clearly shown what is business. Business is profit, but this is at the same time we should be careful that we should not hinder, or we should not do any wrong things to the other person. That means who are employers. Okay, that employees, we should not do any wrong to the employees. Okay, the next thing is profit. The next chapter, earning a profit is fundamentally good and provides many opportunities for glorifying God, but also many temptations to sin. So what is earning a profit? Fundamentally, it is selling a product for more than that of the cost of producing it. For example, in Bible, Jesus told a parable. In the parable of minas or pounds, Jesus tells of a nobleman calling 10 of his servants and giving them one mina each, about 3 month wages, and telling them, engage in business until I come. Mark that point. Engage in business. So no one can tell business is wrong. Christians should not do business. We can do business. Okay. So the servant who earned 1000% profit was rewarded greatly. I think you might be knowing that story. It is written on Luke 19th chapter. Okay. Yeah. The next thing is money. So money is fundamentally good and provides many opportunities for glorifying God, but also many temptations to sin. People sometimes say that money is the root of all evil, but the Bible does not say that. Paul says in 1 Timothy 6:10, the love, mark that word, the love of the money is the root of all kinds of evil. Okay. In fact, money is fundamentally good because it is a human invention that sets us apart from the animal kingdom and enables us to subdue the earth by producing from the earth goods and services that benefits to others. Okay. So money is really good, but we should look into the positive way. And the next thing is inequality of positions. Some inequality positions is good, but also many temptations to sin, and some extreme inequalities wrong in themselves. For example, in the parable of Menas, okay, someone has worked very hard, so he is getting 100% profit. So just remember the sentence which I said before. Inequality of possessions means, inequality of possessions means, if I have three car, I have worked very hard, and my friend has only one car because he haven't worked. So this is called inequality of possessions. God has allowed in this world inequality of possessions. Those who work, they will be rewarded with profit. Okay, this is called the inequality of possessions, because some people say no, inequality of possessions is bad, but no, this is not. Okay, now the last one, that is called competition. Competition is fundamentally good and provides many opportunities for glorifying God, and also many temptations to sin. Some people think competition is evil in itself, but this is not true. Competition brings best out of us. Competition brings best out of us. For example, I will tell one story regarding this competition. In 2012, it is regarding the cricket. Okay, so in 2012, there were three senior players like Sachin Tendulkar, Virender Sehwag, and Gautam Gambhir. In that period, MS Dhoni, Mahendra Singh Dhoni was the captain. Okay, so there was a one-day series. I think about 10 to 15 one-day series. So Dhoni has decided to give many opportunity to youngsters. Okay, and to rest other players. For example, uh, Sachin, Sehwag, and Gambhir. Only two players can play simultaneously, not three players. Okay. So, for example, if in one match Sachin can play, so another match he is not allowed to play, and then third match he can play. One is rested. Okay. So competition. So Dhoni, uh, he wants competition so that Sachin can play well. If there is no competition, he can't play. So this is the basic meaning of competition. Competition is good. For example, in school we see first, second, third. So there should be a competition, but a healthy competition is really very good. So this was the review regarding this book. But is this a book for the rich? No. At this point, however, some will think, what about the poor? What about those who own almost nothing, who cannot buy and sell, cannot make profit, have no money, and have no opportunity to compete? No. As we discussed in inequality of possessions, what it is said, if I have so much money, I should give to the poor. So this is the answer for the poor. Okay. So God should give us a good mind that we should help the poor. Okay. So this was regarding the business for the glory of God. So business is not bad according to God. We can give. Okay, we can give tithe to church so that the church can develop in evangelism. So that church can build. Okay, it can build a lot of new churches. It can go to a new city, a new country, and they can establish church, and they can say and they can preach the word of God through that money. So money is also not bad. Money is good. So we should have a right perspective, what is good and what is bad. So yeah, that's it from my side. Business for the glory of God. It is the book written by Van Grudem. Thank you for hearing.
Thank you so much, Sam. It was really a very wonderful, short, and crisp presentation, I would say. We have heard so many presentation in our platform, and this is the first presentation where I could say where you have used many simple illustration so that it can connect to the viewers. Viewers can understand what point you would like to keep before them. So I liked your simple illustration of the pen and at last about the cricket players you mentioned. So I guess you have read the entire book and you have grasped it, and in your own way you have given your best performance. And in all the chapters you have given so shortly that no one felt bored. It was really a good presentation. Yes, money is important for us to live in this world, but only when the love of money, it becomes very like an obsession, then it will cause problem to everyone around us. In the same way, everything has two sides, which you have brought out very beautifully. So inequality is also is that, but why the inequality is there, that also you brought out, that those who work hard, they will have more assets, and those who don't, they will not have. And those who have, if someone is not having, we can pool our financial resources for them, so that they may also come up in life. In short, it was a very nice presentation. I liked it very much. So we have our esteemed panelists who would be very ready to give their experience and their opinions regarding the subject content and how your presentation was. So first of all, we have Dr. David Karunathan Ayya with us. I would like Ayya's opinion regarding the presentation of today, and his view regarding business for the glory of God. Ayya, please.
Thank you, Sister Jemima. It's a very interesting topic. That's why I just managed my sleepy condition, and I really appreciate Sam for bringing it out. It's a nice book. Yeah, this is a high time in India. We do our best to lead the people, particularly Christians, to such multiple understanding of that truth, about our Christian faith. So very nice, very nice. I think you heard about that 7 mountains of influence. I came across that point through one of the addresses of Dr. John Samuel. Is retired government IAS officer, Postmaster General. So I think he participated. I mean, he presented one speech, vision and integrity. So there he mentioned about these 7 mountains of influence. So where he lists that 7 areas where the children of God must not hesitate to engage and work and bring out the glory of God in the society. So that is family, education, faith, and business, and entertainment, and governance, I think, politics, and again leisure and art, such things. So very nice. I appreciate. I really love to have a copy of this book. If possible, like to translate also, be able to bring it in Tamil. And here I generally visit one Christian fast food shop, Inieval. The name of the shop is Inieval Fast Food Shop. So those people, the owners, they belong to TLC, Lutheran Church people. So I asked them, can I keep some New Testament on the table? So they agree. Sometimes I take some Tamil, English, Gideon, New Testament, and just keep it on the table, where they receive money, pay bills. So some customers, if they are interested, they can take it. So this is a very nice opportunity for us to give Jesus to the public. So our people, Christians, must involve in entrepreneurship. It's not at all sin. Other things you have made it very clear that grudem. I remember the name of the author. I think he's written some other books also. I think some commentaries are, I don't know. Grudem. So work is worship. We should have that understanding. Worship is not simply singing or praising and such things, praying. No, it's a part, but work, earning our livelihood by working that is ethical, that is honest, that is moral, is the plan of God, is a part of worship. So that understanding should be there. Thank you very much. I think this book, it gives a very strong and very broad understanding of our witnessing life, particularly in India. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much. You're right. That work is worship, and many of us Christians do not understand that fact. So I would like to share a simple event which happened with me. So as everyone know, I have a 5 month baby. So when my delivery was there, it was on a Sunday. So I was having my checkups in a Christian hospital. It is run by a CPM strong believer. So what happened was at that time in Chennai, there was a CPM conference was going on. So in that hospital, all the sisters they are Christians. So the main doctor, the MD, he has given leave for a sister that they can go to church, they can have their worship service, and then they can rejoin. So what happened when we went there? There were no nurses there, there were no doctors there, even the MD was not there. So they brought out another guest doctor, a gynecologist with whom I was doing my checkup. And so my surgery was being conducted, and in the operation theater, I was able to hear everything. And this lady, she's a non-Christian, and she was literally blasting the Christians like anything because they were running short of nurses. So what she did was she made a call to different hospitals, and she brought an entire team of some 9 to 10 doctors and even nurses she brought from other hospital. And she told a point, and that made me to think, and it was quite painful for me because as a Christian, it was very difficult for me to listen this. What she told was, I don't know how can Christians can be so hard-hearted. They think that going to church and worshiping God is the greatest service, but no, doing service to a human being, saving a life is equally very important. When will these people understand? And that made me to think, yes, yes, we do give importance to church service. We ensure that we attend Sunday service, but at the same time, if there's an emergency, if there's something which need to be attended to, we should give important to it, and that is all about Christian work ethics. So I will never forget the words which she say, and whenever I go and I give speech, somehow or other this thing comes out. So today it was business for the glory of God in this book, in this review, and what sir just now told, I remembered it, and so I wanted to share. So next we have Dr. Karthikeyan sir. Sir will give his opinion. Sir, please.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. It's really a wonderful time I have had now. And see, what I understood from today's thing is, see, each and every Bible verses are multifaceted. Okay, it has got a multifacet. So we should not rush through the Bible. So Bible has got answers for each and everything. So as business perspective, God has spoken. Spiritual perspective. So Bible is a total and complete book. It speaks about everything. So I understood very nicely, and I hope this program is really good because it takes hours and hours of reading a complete book, but with a small review we can understand what it is. See, very beautifully. I mean, he has opened my eyes literally for many areas of my life. See, first of all, I thought that inequality of possession is a sin. Myself, I thought like that. But beautifully, I mean, there should be inequality of possession. Yes, sure, because God should make a difference between a hard worker and a lazy. Okay, God, really, it is God who allows the inequality of possession, because then only, I mean, even Paul, I mean, he says, he writes in the New Testament, yes, there should be some difference between you so that we can understand who is the right side and who is not. So, like that, so he opened my eyes little. And next one, the ownership, thou shalt not steal. So I have just learned in my little childhood, we cannot steal. But interiorly, he went deep inside, thou shalt not steal, which means that the thing, that property belongs to one, and he is the owner of it. So he talks about ownership. So in a small nutshell, if I want to say is, I just concluded with this to myself, Bible is a multifaceted book. It has got multifacet. So we should not rush through the Bible. We should stick to it. We should understand what it is. We should Lord, I'm not going to move to the next verse until or unless I understand what I have read. So what do you have for me? Okay, so it has got a very great perspective. So very nice, Mr. Sam. You very, short and sweet it is. Then competition, yes. So I felt that I should be very competitive. So because competition is very good, because he beautifully said competition brings the best in us. So that's a very nice word Sam said. That like that, it's very nice. And one more thing I would like to say, my last words. See, I'm not. Doing Sam the favor of just praising him. Really, from my heart, I'm speaking. Now you can understand this. See, this Sunday I attended one review, and really that review touched my heart. And the topic is me in Nesi Raya. And immediately, when the time came for me, I just told the pastor who reviewed the book, Pastor, I need that book. I love the way you presented. I want to read that. So immediately I called him. I got his number, and today I got the DNA Nesi Raya. So why I am showing you this, Sam, Mr. Sam, I am in desperate need of this book. I want that. I want to read that because if you can open my eyes this much, I just really, I want to see how much clearly I can see if I read that book. Okay, please, you share with me where to get this book, whether it is available in the Word of Christ bookshop, or you kindly tell me, or you yourself, I do not know how, but you send me, I will send you the cost. I have sent the cost of this book as well as the courier charge to the pastor. So I need this book desperately. I want to read it. I want to know what it is. Thank you, Mother.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for your heartfelt, genuine opinion, sir. Actually, this book it's a free PDF. So I have this PDF. So what I will do is I will share it in our speaking books group so that I think even David Karnagaran's of it you want to translate it so we all can read this entire book and get a lot of information how we have to do business in a spiritual perspective. So thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Next we have sister Elizabeth Sharani is Sam's wife, as I told. So Sharani will give her opinion now. Sharani, please.
Praise the Lord, and first of all, thank you, Sam, for this book review, because it is more related to my field of practice and all. And once the word business comes, it becomes as if business, Christian people should not do business in that way, because it is more towards getting money, and it is more towards how we can. People will say we will keep more amount of money for the business and all. So with Bible, how we can understand the business and how we can spiritually do the business in accordance with Bible was really an eye-opening thing. And it gave me another perspective of doing business in the aspect of God. So I'm really happy, and I'm really feeling very thankful to hear this book review. Let me try to attend more reviews as much as possible. And due to some time constraint and due to some personal issues, I'm not able to attend as I'm trying to attend. So let me pray to God, and thank once again I thank the Kristuva TV for this show they are making. Thank you. That's it from my side.
Thank you so much, Sharani. Thank you. So even Sharon is having a small baby like me, and I know it is really difficult for her to take time and spend 1 hour in digital ministry. We have been asking her for many months to be part of the show, but today we are really happy that she could take the time, and we can even hear in the background baby is calling for her. So thank you, Sharani. Thank you for taking your time for this show. So now I would like to turn the mic to Aalish to give her opinion. Aalish, please.
Thank you, sister, and thank you all the participants for giving your wonderful feedback. And first of all, I like to thank Brother Sam for giving this book in as a review and for selecting this book because this book wouldn't be selected in any Christian field, I could say, because as everyone is saying this, if a word comes business, it is totally opposite for Christians. Christians won't do business because they'll say that this is soodatam. We should not do that. We'll get addicted for that. We'll leave all our moral life itself because they are saying this in all the common word itself. They'll have if you start a business, you should lie, you should convince someone, you should lead someone in a way that is wrong, but for your own sake you should make someone to invest for your own profit. There are many things that could be done in moral, not in a moral way, but there is a thing that we can do in moral way too, because the God has given us Bible to do everything in moral way, and he had lived here in this world as like us as a human in his moral way, and he has lived as a example for us, so we can do everything but by following him. We can do everything by but only for his glory. But if we have a temptation to sin, we should read the Bible and we should have our own moral in our life, and we should follow that. And coming to the review points, as the first thing he said in between the eighth of them, ownership, we should have our ownership, but we shouldn't steal it. It's a sin, he said that. Yeah, ownership is being a sin by stealing in this world, I can say, because everyone are running for ownership only. If they take a thing, they don't like to be a slave, or they won't like to work under anyone. Everyone are chasing to that main position called ownership, so that they will start to steal that. That's mine, that's my place, that's only of because of my work they would stay. But we should have our own moral, that we should work for our own sake, but and also because of that work we should be the owner of something or something else. And coming to the next point, what I liked is profit. He said we should not have more profit. That's against to moral. For that pen, he said just a 10 rupee pen. I thought that he will be giving a special for 10 rupee, 50 rupees. He said for 500. That was a great comparison, and then I came to understand. Yeah, in this world, this is also being done in this world. That's why he is also saying this in a live show of Milky TV. Yeah, that's being done here. We should have a profit only for our work and the thing we are producing. We should have the money of the produced product, and also for the wages that we should get, not for the whole thing that we should get for our whole lifetime settlement. They are always doing this. You should have லாபம் வச்சுக்கலாம், நீ கொள்ளை அடிக்க கூடாது. That's the thing we should say. This a single sentence in Tamil. We should have a profit, but we should not steal others money because only by showing them, and they are brainwashing them. We should not brainwash anyone to get a profit. And the point, inequality of position, as Dr. Karthik Selvan uncle said, that inequality of position is needed in this world, because God is we can say from the Bible itself, God is punishing who are doing sin, and he is upgrading who are being beloved to him. That should be in also business. If you have your own work, you will be greeted, or you will be upgraded only for your work. If you are not working, you will be in the same position where you are now. You should accept that. You should not think that he is working hard, he is getting better and better, but I'm not working, but also I should become in his work, in his position. And that time you'll be tempted to do some sin. You'll be tempted to lie about him, you'll be tempted to curse about him in the wrong manner. If even if he is not doing that, that will be tempting you to do the sin, and it will show off this curtain to your eyes, and it will show that you are working in a good way, that you should get the same position as him. That's totally wrong. You should get aware, and you should read this book for this main point, I could say. And competition, and as the brother Sam said, healthy competition is really needed in this world. If you don't have any competition, you won't work itself. When you are simply sitting in a position, even God won't call you for anything. Who is working and who is competing to do something will be called for anything. If you want to be called, if you want to be successful in life, you should have competition. Even in my college, I would study, and many students I could see. This is small example. Many students I could see, if they are simply sitting as alone in the class, they won't study itself. They'll say, I need a competition. I need some girl or some other boy to tackle me and he should compete with me. Then only I would like to learn or study. Then if I'm sitting simply, I don't have competition itself. I don't study itself. They'll say that's the thing we should be applied in a business too. You should have competition, but a healthy competition. You should not be in a manner that he is competing with me. What if I kill him? What if I punch him? You should not get that anger within you. You should get the thing, what should I do to compete with him? How should I develop myself? How should I develop my talent? How should I develop my skills? That's the thing you should think in competition, but not to let down some other who male or female who is competing with you. We would have some example also in some other foreign countries. They had some exhibition, something I think they had what to say, crab there. They kept some crab in closed. They all the crab were closed in lid. Chinese crab from China, crab from India, crab from Australia, whatever the countries everywhere they were put in there. But only the crab from India was not made a lid. They asked, why you are not closing it itself? If they come out, what? You don't worry, that's an Indian crab. Why you are saying like that? If one crab is trying to get out, the other crab will pull it down. And this is coming to trying to get out, then the next other crab will pull it down. So no other crab will come out. So you don't want to worry about it. That's the thing they be saying in India. So in business also, we should have competition, but the healthy competition. A quote will be there. You should have a friend who will lead you to level up, not those who will pull you to down up. You should have competition that will lead you yourself to develop, but not someone to come down from their position. You should be very clear with this, and I'm so impressed with this presentation and with this book. Thank you so much for presenting this book, and it's really a challenge for selecting this book to review. Thank you, brother, and thank you all the participants for coming here, and especially for the participant Devin Karnagaran uncle and all. Yeah, at the last minute he accepted to come here with the many struggle. We started this program, and I hopefully think the struggle is worthful for this program. Sam brother also struggled a lot yesterday, and he had postponed his program today. And I hopefully I could say that your struggle has become a success, and today this program is being reached worldwide, I could say, and it's been really touchful for me. And I could say that many men and women who are doing business, being a Christian, they will have their own faith. Yes, I could do business, and I could read this book. If someone is saying them not to do this business, everyone could read this book and have their own clarity, I could say. Thank you for everyone for giving their wonderful presentation and wonderful feedback. Thank you, Karthikeyan uncle, for giving your clear feedback. Thank you, everyone. And the next week we'll be meeting you with a new book and with a new program, the new presenter. With this, I could like to close this program. This is me, Aalish Evangeline, signing this program, and all the team of Speaking Books. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes, Karthikeyan uncle.
Ma'am, could you please, could you please, I need the PDF of this book. Is it
Yeah, we'll
possible?
share in. Yes, sure, sir. We'll share in groups. Thank you, uncle.